your height becomes less and less relevant the more successful you become as a man overall. So focus on that. If you're a short man in today's society, this video is for you. If you're dealing with insecurities, especially being a shorter man, this video is definitely for you. I'm making this video for two reasons. The first reason is for the young man, the teenager who is dealing with insecurities as a shorter guy. Now, what is short? Short is, I guess, 5'5" and below. The second reason is to address the old Kingsley. My early 20s, I've made a video about this on my TikTok page, talking about how my early 20s was a mess. I was just dealing with one thing after the other. My mental health got a lot better from 2020 because I had the time to sit down with myself and then address a lot of things. But back to the topic. So those are the two reasons for the teenager, the man in his early 20s who's dealing with insecurities as a short man, and to address my early 20s myself dealing with my height insecurities. It is no secret that in today's society, there is a preference for taller men. Absolutely. Women are very vocal of wanting tall men, of preferring tall men. It's true. Even my friends that are hardcore feminists talking about equality, they will be the first to tell you they prefer their men taller than they are because they want to feel small. Even the hardcore feminists. It hurts. And to the young man listening to this, to the man listening to this, even if you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, doesn't matter. Your insecurity is valid. You are well within your rights to feel how you feel. You're not weak for feeling that way. Because what is masculinity? What is a man? Typically you want to be big, strong to protect and preserve your loved ones, your woman, your wife, your family, your children. So if you're a man who is not below 5'5" or just short, I'm going to use the word short. I understand how you will feel that way. I felt that way, and I sometimes still feel that way. In my case, not necessarily for dating, if I'm being honest with you. It was just because I wanted to play basketball and I play American football. Now, I was hoping to go more professional in American football. That's actually why I wanted to be taller, really, so that I could be, tackle bigger guys. I could hold them, I could block them better if I was taller. I'd have longer reach with my arms. That was actually the main reason why I wanted to be tall. But also in dating, sometimes to a lesser extent compared to sports, I've been rejected several times, because I just wasn't tall enough. On dating apps, women are very vocal as to their requirements for a man. It is not shocking to see on Tinder or Hinge or dating apps women specifically saying in their bio, if you are below 6 feet, don't contact me, or only talking to guys that are above 6 feet. So I mean that takes a hit to you. Not taking into account what women say, in public, in real life, right? Beyond online. Now, as a man, this does something to you, And sometimes I remember when I was back in my university, I used to try to explain this to my friends who were taller, and they just couldn't relate, and I don't blame them. Like, you're 6'5". Of course you cannot relate to a guy who's short, way shorter than you, who's 5'2", 5'3", you know and this is a reality. So this is the first part of the video, okay, to acknowledge and validate that insecurity. Now let's talk solutions. Okay, you are not making things up. The world has a strong preference for taller men. Now, this is how I worked on my insecurity as a man. Now, the reality is this: regardless of how tall you are, whether you're 4'11", whether you're 5'2", whether you're 5'9", like I am, I'm 5'8", 5'9", depends on what I'm wearing. Fly bare feet, I'm 5'8" and a half. Okay, no matter if you're 6'6", no matter if you're 7 foot, you are still a man, and you matter. Okay, so that was the first thing I say to myself. No matter how tall I am, even if I can't play basketball to the level that I wanted to, even if I can't play basketball clearly because I'm not tall enough to dunk. I used to love, I was hoping to dunk. I could still play basketball. Maybe not professional. I could play basketball with a lower rim. You understand? For American football, I joined a B league and I play in the league where I'm not there's just regular height guys playing American football because they love American football. You understand? Now, that's number one. Adapt and adjust. There are other sports you can play if you're not the tallest guy. Okay? You can play soccer, football, depending on where you're based. Okay? You can, you can play what's it called? Tennis, table tennis, tennis. You can still play basketball. You can still play American football. You can play what you want. Maybe just change the parameters so that it fits you. That's one thing you can definitely do. You can adapt. I definitely adapt. Now, when it comes to dating, okay, honestly, the only solution that I implemented in my life when it came to dating, is I have to accept myself first before anybody can accept me. You understand? I'm 5'8" and a half. There's nothing I can do about it. This is who I am. If a woman doesn't find me attractive strictly because she's taller than me, that's fair. She's well within her right to feel that way. But I also have to make peace that that's okay. Not everybody is going to like me. A woman is going to reject me because of my height. Fair enough. Okay, then she's not for me, clearly. You understand? So that's number two. You have to accept yourself. Accept yourself, and you have to learn to detach. Let things happen. Let people choose what they want to choose. Let women choose who they want to choose. And if they don't choose you, don't take it personal. They're well within their rights to select a man based on whatever parameters they decide. That's life. Okay? And the third solution that I tried and I implemented in my life is just focus on things that are in your control. You understand? Now, what's in your control? How hard do you work? What's your work ethic like? Are you ambitious? Are you driven? Do you have a job? Are you working hard at your job? You know, are you involved in your community? Are you helping other people? Are you an asset to people around you? That's within your control. Whether you're 4'11", 5'2", 5'3", 6'7", doesn't matter. You can still be an asset. Sure, you may not be the guy that every woman wants or most women want. Okay, fair enough. That sucks. That sucks, and I acknowledge that. But you can be valuable in other aspects of life as well. Okay, so for me, I understood that no matter how tall a man is, he's still a man. Number one, and he's still an asset. Now, how do I become an asset? What career are you in? Are you working hard in that career? Are you becoming the best version of yourself overall to society and to yourself? Okay, so that's number three, become an asset. Number four, you have to make peace with the fact that most women may not want you. And that's not a bad thing. As a matter of fact, it's power. Once you've made peace that, oh, there's a strong possibility I might be rejected for something out of my control, it doesn't affect you anymore. And you've made peace. Okay? You've made peace. And a fifth point that I would suggest that I implement is this. You have to focus on your positive traits. Okay? Focus on your positive traits. You have positive traits. You can develop positive traits. You can develop positive responses, positive feedback. You can get there are good things about you that you can hold on to so that your confidence and competence comes from those angles. So for me, those are things that really, really help me to move past that insecurity that I deal with of being, not the tallest guy. Not because of women, mainly because I couldn't play basketball or because I couldn't play American football. Two sports that I love. And women to a lesser extent, but still, it still affected me. Now, overall, I think as you get older as a man, as you start advancing in your job, as you start getting things happening, you stop worrying about that because now you've got bills to pay, right? You've got bills to pay, you've got account responsibility, you've got to be accountable for something, or you have your business. Bro, you don't have time to think of, If you're 5'8" or 7 or 9 or 6, who cares, bro? Go make that money. And I guess, right, once you build yourself to a certain point, you take care of your physique, you take care of your mind, you become successful, your height becomes less and less relevant. This is the truth. Your height becomes less and less relevant the more successful you become as a man overall. So focus on that. Okay, make peace. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself as a man. Do your best, and that's it. If a woman doesn't like you, she don't like you. That's it. Move on with your life. Okay, and I will say this finally: life is too short to be so focused on things that are out of your control. I'm going to repeat that. Life is too short to be so focused on things that are out of your control. Okay? That is the mantra that I started implementing this year. And it's made my life so peaceful. Life is too short to be focused on things that are out of your control. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Kingsley out. Cheers.